Africa Racing. The 2016 season of the Africa Off-Road Racing Series kicks off at the Hartbeesfontein 200, the opening round, with over 130 competitors all gearing up in various classes, again including kiddies, juniors on bikes and quads, seniors on bikes and quads, and cars, all ready for another exciting day out in the bush. As per usual, the Northwest hospitality of the town of Hartbeesfontein out in full force. As the competitors are getting ready in the pits, setting up for the day, the local community is out in full force. The local church handling the refreshments for the day and the food, all done on open fires. Hospitality, as I said, in Northwest, true Northwest style. Competitors are eager to get going, and as the sun greets the competitors on this nice warm summer's morning, there's a gentle breeze out there, but not enough to keep the dust at bay, which you'll see later. Here we have Flip Velman, organizer of the event, greeting and welcoming a number of very important people in the organization of the racing for today. It takes a lot of people to put an event like this together. To control 130 competitors is not an easy task, and marshals and organizers alike are up to the task for the day. What also happens in off-road racing, it's so much camaraderie between competitors. Families get involved. The whole community comes to watch. It really is a great place to spend the day. Competitors are milling around, getting ready for driver's briefing. The quad and bike competitors already listening to the clock of the course with these instructions for the day, telling them about the route. And all too soon, we are ready for racing. Starting off with the kiddies class. There's Almi Velman. And getting ready on the bikes. Competitors are all too eager to get going. Newcomers in a little side-by-side car, Devon Reinecke and H.J. Kruger, ready for the day's racing. Lucian Meyer on number 11, the current front runner, very fast competitor, and everybody is chasing after him. We even have some ladies on bikes as well. And off they go. The juniors again are racing for an hour on a small track, and they see how many laps they can compete, as many as possible. The person with the most lap obviously taking first spot, and so on. Almi Velman in her little buggy, racing by herself. And here we have Reinecke and Kruger navigating duties over to Kruger. And even the little cars and bikes also kicking up dust already. We can just imagine what it will be like for the rest of the competitors later on in the day. And all too soon, an hour draws to a close. Well done to the kiddies in their endeavors to just have fun out there and also compete against each other. Just look at that dust already. A quick tick off by the marshal to make sure that the lap counts are done, to make sure that you are on the score sheet, and away you go again. Running number 1 in the bikes, again, Lucian Meyer taking well-deserved win, followed by Caitlin Pretorius in second place, and in third, Colleen Fasagi. The cars, this time in first place, Devon Reinecke and H.J. Kruger, just beating Almi Velman into second place. Thumbs up for the day. Now on to the junior racing. Again, a nice picturesque setting, the pit area. And as the competitors get ready, the adrenaline pumps, and off they go. One lap completed, and like the kiddies class, the juniors also race on a time-based situation. They race for an hour and a half, and they see how many laps they can complete in that time. There goes Peter Karam, eventual winner, followed by Willie Boertes, who eventually took up second place. JP Skeepers on number 106, out for another lap. And Tommy Scott, who eventually came home in fourth place, out for his lap too. Gets very busy and crowded in the pits sometimes when the competitors arrive all at the same time. But there's the results for the day. Well done to the juniors. On the quads, Antoine Geldenhuys took the number 1 spot ahead of Reese Jacobs. And in the bikes, number 403, Peter Karam taking the top step of the podium, followed by Willie Boertes, and on the last step of the podium, JP Skeepers. On to the bigger bikes and quads. These are the seniors. Bikes and quads are starting together in a mixed order, and like always, the bikes are starting 2 at a time with a small dust gap in between the competitors. But already, as you can see, it's going to be a dry and dusty day out there as the competitors move out to tackle the 50-kilometer loop. Mixed and varied terrain out there, including some fast mealie field sections, some technical rocky bits over the koppies. But dust is going to be a huge problem today. Each competitor are setting off with the same goal in mind. I want to beat somebody. I want to come first. I want to come second. I want to do the best that I possibly can today. There goes Gideon Jacobs on his quad. And ever the showman, some of these quad riders. We're on board at the moment with Gideon Jacobs. Just look at the speed that these quads achieve as he's picking off some of the other competitors one by one. The route narrow, tight, twisty. We're going into a bit of a koppie section here. And as the guys come screaming past another checkpoint on the bikes, it looks like peak traffic in Johannesburg. Letting it hang out sideways on the quad. It's the only way to get around the corner very quickly. Look at the dust. I cannot say enough about that today. Again, back on board with Gideon as he's flying on his quad. Some of the bike competitors keeping to the one side of the road to let Gideon pass. At speed again. And soon coming into the pits for a well-deserved pit stop. The bikes and quads do not have enough fuel to complete the race and have to come into the pits for a stop. But here we have a small problem. Head on into the pits with a flat tire. And here we have the pit crew, Formula 1 style in action, fitting a fresh tire, and off he goes for another loop of action. There goes Karen Janse van Veeren, lady rider of note. She performed very well today. Francois Herk following her in her dust. And each of these competitors out on the route, chasing one another down. Number 199, Eric McLean, into the pit. Followed by quad rider Wayne Menard, also completing another loop. and going into the pit for a quick fuel stop. And Wayne van Woudenberg with a flat tire. Unfortunately, he would have to pull into the pit and get that seen to. Some lovely aerial footage of the open fast sections in the mealie fields. Just look at that speed that they achieve. Flat out. It's only one way, and that's flat out. As the competitors approach a road crossing, safely across, well manned by marshals to ensure the safety of the spectators, the local folk, as well as the bike and quad riders. A little bit of a tricky 90-degree turn into a gate, and then again flat out open, leaving a long trail of dust. Some quad action. And here you might not even want to look at the markers that depict the route. You just follow the dust trail. Just look at Cobus Low in slow motion in action in his quad. Philip Mons right on his tail. And Wayne Esterhuizen safely through the obstacles. There comes Eckhart van Linden. Boy, and just look at those quads. The suspension working full time as the riders pilot those over the bumpy sections that they encounter. Oh no, and what do we have here? P.E. Kotze on number 726. Unfortunately, a small crash just before the gate, but safely through. And as the riders and quads all make it through, the quad results in Q1, the winner there, Gideon Jacobs, followed by Gideon Reinecke, and in third spot, Keenan Hamman. The Q2 class, Cobus Low taking a well-deserved win, followed by Johan Foster. Then on the senior quads, a great win by Russell Ferreira. In this instance, he beat Boesman Struwig into second place, and bringing up third place, Stuart Freeman. Junior senior class, Ruan Stander taking the first spot, Megan Stander in a great second position, and Gerard Geldenhuys bringing up the last step of the podium. In the Masters class, Karen Geldenhuys, a well-deserved winner, taking the top spot there. Then on the bikes, in the OR1 Open class, Hendrik Ruet pushing out the other competitors for top spot. Andre Pretorius in second, and we had Jan Human coming up in third. In the OR2 class, Byron Kutzer taking the win. Bo Levy in second place, and bringing up third place, Philip Mans. The OR3 class for 200cc motorcycles, Vincent Crosby took the win. Leon Meyer in second place. And then the junior senior category, Eric McLean taking the win there, followed by Gerard Pretorius, and in a well-deserved third place, Eckhart van Linden. Seniors on the bikes, first position taken by Herman Buerta, and second place, Roo Malarabe. Let's listen to what some of the riders had to say.
I just want to thank my sponsors, NTC Training, for giving me the opportunity to race today. I just want to thank my mom and dad as well for letting me race and paying all the money and getting me here. And then this race was really tough, especially the dust and so on, but it was really fun. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Eric. My number is 199, and I just want to say thank you for NTC Racing, my sponsor, and the track was very well.
All right, Lindsay Cotton, bike 981, and we're riding the Hartbeesfontein Regionals. The LCP roofing team. And how many riders do we have here today, Freddie? No, from our team. I think we were 8 riders in one quad. No, 8 bikes in one quad. It was a good ride, but damn it, a lot of dust.
Yeah, Ralph Stocker from Hartbeesfontein, formerly from England, racing number 7, and for Motos Clarksdorp. Yeah, it was very dusty and very tough when the first 20 kilometres with the quads was unbelievably difficult. But yeah, we completed and we had good fun.
Hi, I'm Craig Wishart. I'm number 38, riding a Husqvarna FC 350. I would just like to thank ASAP Husqvarna, Rockstar Energy, TRP, and all the others. Thank you so much.
A quick break coming up, but don't leave your seats. We'll be right back with some more action.
Today in Perfect Ride, even successful models must eventually go. After the above-average long life cycle of the first series, Nissan presents the second generation of the Nissan Qashqai. Unexpected sportiness comes out of Sweden, because who would think of a Volvo station wagon for drift fun? Also, the Japanese blockbuster SX4 is growing up. Larger, more modern, and sportier driving fun for the young family.
Alfa Romeo Fascination. A car brand emblematic for design, car racing, and Italian car-making mastery.
And we're back, bringing you more action from Africa Racing. Now, onto the cars. Dry and dusty conditions awaiting the car competitors who now race in the afternoon after the bikes and quads have set off in the mornings. Everybody lining up, great anticipation for the route ahead. 4 grueling laps of 50 kilometers, totaling 200 kilometers of racing.
Can you navigate?
And all too soon, the action is underway, with Robbie and Maureen Lisman leading the charge, followed by Phil Nell and Ferdy Pedersen in second position on the road. Herzog and Nicole Prinsloo in their production vehicle. Johnny Walker in a Class B Sandmaster that they built themselves, out on the road and eager to have a good showing today. Simon Moons and Sean Sutherland in their Class B Sandmaster. And look at this, Kuri Swart and Leon Miller on 2 wheels. I wonder what the navigator thought of that. And here's Willy Velman again, as always, sideways and ever the showman. Here we've got Tinus Jacobs and Tommy van Tonder in their Class D1 Bucky in the production vehicle category. David and Martin van Jelsveld in their Sandmaster setting off in hot pursuit of the other competitors. Or Geldenes here racing by himself as a single-seater today with no help from a navigator. Stefan and Hannes Kutsia off in their side-by-side. Hot on their heels, the Engelbrecht and De Lange pairing in number B96. Paul and Reino Marais in the ever-faithful B23 Mazda-powered Sandmaster. And here we have the big guns, Andre Ferrudi and Hendrik Pienaar in a Bat Special. Right down to Nico and Fani Buerta in their own Class B Special. And let's just look at the production vehicles as they set off. And here we have some of the organizers with the backup vehicles that are out on the route, assisting competitors that are broken down and anything else that needs to be done. And what do we have here? Oh no, number B96. That would be the Engelbrecht and De Lange appearing. They seem to be out of the race for the time being. At speed, Johannes and Jason Mitchell, father and son team, being chased down by Andre Vermeulen. And here we have our two-wheeled competitors again in his quad, this time keeping it on all fours. Here's Derek de Wit in his special Sandmaster that he built, powered by a Lexus motor. There's that beautiful Bat at full speed with a 7-litre V8 engine in it. A tricky forest section where the competitors had to zigzag between trees. Powdery dust, making it very difficult for anybody that follows. Safely through a dry riverbed, not proving much of an obstacle for these four-wheeled monsters. And now we've got a special treat in store. Just look at the dusty section here. Competitors arriving at a 180-degree hairpin bend to the left. You simply cannot see where you're going until all the dust has settled. If you try and race in these conditions, your chances of hitting a tree or a fence or anything like that is very good. Once the dust is settled, off you go. And here we have competitors side by side. Late braking happening, and oh boy, D10 stuck in the dust. Luckily this competitor arrived by himself at the dusty section, but you know what, you can kick up your own dust and get caught in that as well. Johan and Jason Mitchell with their engine pouring a little bit of smoke, heading for a DNF. That means they did not finish. Gingerly approaching Willie Velman in the dust, not sure where to go, not sure where the fences are. And Herzog and Nicole Prinsloo safely through by themselves. We have a competitor standing by the side of the road. We're not sure if he's just fixing something or if he's out of the race. We will see later. The massive Bat Venom safely through the obstacle. Followed by a special bakkie, class S6. That is Marius and Yolinda Fourie, husband and wife team. And even on the hard sections, the dust is a big problem, especially at speed. And we have got a bit of a confusion. Which road should I be on? Side by side. Let's see who's going to get to the next gate first. At speed, Johan Bloom. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the end of the race. Just look at these side-by-sides through those obstacles. It's as if they're not even there. Paul Murray giving that Mazda full taps. Listen to that beautiful V8 of that PHB Bat. Taking it a little bit easier, Moons and Sutherland in their Class B vehicle. Lexus-powered CRT racing at its best. And here we're into a tricky woody section. Bit of a forest, bit of a twisty section, and the competitors have to navigate their way through that to get out the other side. Four-wheel drive traction for the bakkies seem to make it a lot easier than the big monsters that have only rear-wheel drive. Here comes Willie Velman, unfortunately on his way to a DNF. He did not finish the race. And P117, the CRT Lexus powered, on his way to first place in class. And again, nearly on two wheels. These little side-by-sides are very fast, but perhaps not the most stable in the corners. All in all, a good day for the competitors. And well done to the winners and second and third places in all the classes. Gingerly making it to the finish. Some cars are more battered and bruised than others. But the main goal is to make it to the end of the race. And if you have a happy hooter tune, let's just play it at the finish line for the marshals. Incidentally, those marshals should be well covered in dust by now, after having been at the finish line the whole day through all the classes. And so the day nears an end for the competitors. 130 or more competitors endured dry, dusty conditions, varying terrain, fast sections, slower sections, more technical, rocky sections, even a twisty bit through the forest. But all in all, a very successful day of racing, enjoyed by all the competitors. And that was the first round of the Africa Off-Road Racing Regional Championship, done and dusted at the Hartbeesfontein 200. All that was left now was prize giving for the competitors and then a safe journey home.